over to the county of Nakuru, and we'll get back to the State of the Nation address shortly. But there's more happening today, being the opening day for schools. An unknown number of pupils are missing after a pit latrine collapsed in Nakuru this morning. NTV's Bridget Ngana is live at Kisulisuli Primary School, where search and rescue is ongoing. Bridget, what more do we know?
Well done. We could just correct that statement that you made earlier on, that there are unknown number of pupils who are missing. According to the head count, the head teacher has already conducted a head count, and so far he says the student population is as is. No one is missing so far, but there were 6 pupils who are near the perimeter of the pit latrine when it crashed or collapsed. And you know, the location of Kisulisuli Primary School in terms of Nakuru's geography is towards the lake, and so it has been raining. Actually, this morning there was a lot of rain, and most of the rainwater, the storm water, really finds its way towards the lower parts of town, and this school is among the water parts. And so when we came here, actually the residents, you can see they're here milling around. They do want to see and know what is really going on. Red Cross officials are here. The county fire station or firemen and women are also here trying to get rid of dig out the debris and really establish if there's anyone inside the pit latrine at the point at which, or some minutes or hours after it collapsed. And so they have been out here. They are raising concerns. They're saying actually there has been a lot of water coming into the school, flooding the school. The children cannot even go to the playground, and with this they are feeling like the county government has really lapsed on its responsibilities. But good thing is that here on the ground we are with the CEC in charge of education and ICT. Mr. Raymond Komen has just come here on location, and I'm going to put him to task to some of these issues that have been raised. Thank you so much, Bwana Waziri. Can you just tell us what is the status report that you have been able to be briefed since you found out about this tragedy at Kisulisuli Primary School?
Thank you. The moment we got information about the tragedy, today being the first day of school, and we were just preparing our normal rounds towards some of the programs we wanted to roll out this term. We heard about this, and our disaster recovery team is fortunately very close here, and they responded together with the Red Cross. And what we established is that the toilets, the pit latrine and the urinal side caved in. So the boys were on the urinal side, and the walls fell on some of the boys. They got a little injuries, but fortunately we were able to establish that on the pit side, as it caved in, we had no students. So a tragedy was averted. Now, when we assess the particular location of the pit latrine within the school compound, is that because of the weather, because of the rains, and the location of this school being on the lower part of Nakuru, and you know, we have serious flooding coming from the top of the crater and water trying to find its way towards the lake. Water has, flooded the school, and the particular toilet was surrounded by, a flood of water. Therefore, we feel that that could have weakened the structure.
Maybe this is something that is not a unique thing. It was maybe a tragedy in waiting. And, with successive rains since the year began, maybe there's something that your office or the responsible bodies would have done. What are the measures you want to put in place going forward to avert maybe this happening, not just here, because there are also residential areas in this area? What are you doing to ensure that this is not going to happen?
Myself, as the person in charge of education, I have had a discussion with the Public Works such that we have conducted inspection of all our school buildings, both public and private, such that we secure the safety of our children. The rains have become quite intense, especially in this area of ours. We've had incidences of serious flooding in schools around Gilgil, around Salga, and now it's in Nakuru. So we would want to take stock and, as a matter of quick response, start addressing this issue. But for this particular school, today being the first day, we do not want the children to be inconvenienced. Our surveyors are coming, and we want to map out a better ground such that we can, on an emergency basis, put up for them latrines, and we will ensure that they meet the standards. But most importantly, we will work with the other agencies. The issues of drainages along our roads, along the highway, the national authority of roads, the urban authorities, we will work with them because some of these assets are under them. But as a county, we take responsibility. Where drainages are clogged, we will work to see that they are unclogged.